people sometimes say that women love attention the most. It's the opposite.
You think men love the attention the most?
There's nobody that loves attention more than men. Men love glory. They do.
Is that bad though?
It can to a certain extent. Because a lot of men don't want to admit it, but when you want to reach that specific success, when you want to reach that specific goal, subconsciously you want that acknowledgement. For most men.
Welcome to Vlad vs. the Boys. This is the one podcast that y'all need to listen to over and over again because we want to talk more reckless. Last episode, we talked reckless. Certain people, like this couch was talking reckless, but this couch was talking reckless.
I mean,
way out of there.
Only one person from this couch.
Sure, but let me tell y'all who these boys are. Fred, right here.
Boy Fred, we back at it again.
Yes, sir. My dog Tim.
Yo, so what's good, y'all?
And the one and only Kenny.
Here your boy Kenny in the
Oh,
comments.
Man, oh man, oh man. How y'all boys doing?
We
Good,
chilling, man. We
Another
back,
day,
bro.
Back at it again. It's good to be back on
We
the
back
pod,
out
man.
here,
We
man.
missed it a lot, so it's good to have these episodes out.
Running back again.
Yes,
We
sir.
back Turbo.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie to you boys. We're men, right? And we have a podcast. And that comes with certain, connotations. Some type of associations with different things whatsoever. Certain figures in life. Certain people that are referenced. And it's like, okay, you guys have a podcast. Do you guys support different things? Do you have different things? And it's like, okay, guys who will have a podcast, they usually try to evoke a certain image about themselves. But then I realized, why are some people or some men looked up to in those ways? Like, you saw the one and only.
One and only.
The one and only.
Tabishi.
Oh, man.
Whose name has been going around the world for the past, 8 months or so. Not 8 months, but actually years.
Years. It's been a little more than a year now.
Yeah. And everybody knows this kind of case. But it's like, I realize those kind of figures, those kind of men, throughout every religion, every culture whatsoever, there are certain type of men that are looked up to. There are men who are people who strive to look towards whatsoever. And I'm not saying he is particularly one, but I noticed certain things about not just him, Andrew Tate, of course, him, other people whatsoever. It's like they have certain attributes or show certain attributes that men look towards. And I would say the first one is we always look for men who are the most capable. 2, we look at the men who are the most respected. And then 3, crazy enough, we look at the men who are able to pull the beautiful women. What y'all boys think about that? Oh, it's that first one.
I think, what was the first one again?
Men who are the most capable.
Absolutely.
Capable physically, mentally, emotionally,
As a man, you want to be the top of your breed, top of your class. It's unintentionally. It's like a habit that we have. We want to be the top of wherever we are amongst other men.
Yeah.
So most capable, you're gonna be held at this type of standard in society. So absolutely.
Yeah.
I know, for me, it's just there's different type of men who just never satisfied with what they're doing. They always gotta, they just gotta keep it going. They're never gonna never stop with what they're doing and stuff like that. So I just feel like that just goes to show that, men who are capable are those who just are never satisfied with what they're doing.
That ambition.
Yeah, their ambition. And then those who are not satisfied are the people who are also consistent. They keep going. They just never stop. I feel like, okay, I could do better at this the next day. You try to one up what you did the previous day. So I just feel like you just trying to have a ladder and just have that consistency.
Yeah, it's we're inspired by that. Y'all ever heard of David Goggins?
Yeah, absolutely. I can't be him.
You can't be David Goggins?
Hell no, bro. I can't be him.
Why not?
Why
I
not,
don't think I
bro?
could be David.
You gonna carry the boats?
Heck
You gonna
no,
carry
bro.
the logs, bro?
Yeah, I don't want to be no Navy SEAL, none of that.
Nah, but they got that, bro.
Kenny, when you deploying, bro?
But that's the thing though. We see the it's almost like you see what you could be.
Yeah.
And we look towards that. We see when we're young, we see athletes. We saw Kobe, we saw LeBron, we saw Wade, we saw Kyrie, whatsoever, KD, and whatsoever. It's
You named his favorite player, bro. You hot.
Kobe's my favorite.
I'll put him at the top. Hold on, I'll put him at the top.
Kobe's at the top. Kobe's at the
But
top.
it's like we see, okay, these people or these men, right? These are the men we look towards to okay, this is a possibility of what we could become.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, if they could do it, part of me could do it. Like you look at any it's not particularly bad, but you look at any elementary school kid, middle school kid, high school kids, like homework folder. You're gonna see an athlete on there.
Yeah.
You're gonna see a Ronaldo. You're gonna see whatsoever, because it's a bit inspiring. And if you kind of invoke that, you can't expect that men or other boys are going to follow you, or are going to like see you in a certain type of light. What you think, Kenny?
Man, to be honest, people sometimes say that women love attention the most. It's the opposite.
You think men love the attention the most?
There's nobody that loves attention more than men. Men love glory. They do.
Is that bad though?
It can to a certain extent, because a lot of men don't want to admit it, but when you want to reach that specific success, when you want to reach that specific goal, subconsciously you want that acknowledgement. For most men, I say for most, there's always a few exceptions, but for most men always want a certain level of acknowledgement, because they want that attention deep down inside, even if they're not seeking it, but subconsciously you do want it. You want that applause. You want that look. You're like, damn, I wish I can be him. From the other people, you want to be looked at, and it's an innate nature in most men.
But that's the thing. Is it bad?
It can be bad.
At what point does it become
everything
bad?
in moderation? You have to do everything in moderation. Like that should fuel your motivation to want to achieve. Like you want to look back and be like, people look at me and be like, yeah, he really did that.
Yeah.
But you don't want it to get over to your heads where you become so braggadocious.
Where you think you're untouchable.
And you think you're untouchable.
Because no man is untouchable.
And you treat people.
Right. There's always a bigger fish.
And I'm not talking about just physically, like, he could actually get touched.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like emotionally, mentally, no man is untouchable. Every man will experience some point of weakness, some point of trauma, some point of defeat. No man will always be in victory 24/7.
It's impossible.
Because you can't experience victory if you never experience defeat.
But also, you have to be okay with it happening. Some men, like, they're not okay with feeling like they're less than. They're not okay with, like, feeling like, okay, there's something that might be bigger than me.
But that's also because they have a misinterpretation of what it truly means to be a man to begin with. If you struggle with accepting, like, dang, like, if you run away from the feeling of feeling less than of what you are, or because you failed at this, you failed at that, that means there's still a little boy still inside of you to a specific degree. Because a real man could look failure in the eyes and be like, dang, okay, what can I learn from this? How can I grow from it? It stings now, keyword stings, not devastating, but it's a wake-up call. It's a wake-up call for you to learn from your past mistakes so you can grow. But where you get defeated as a man is where you lay in that defeat. And you
let it consume you.
You get drowned in it.
Right.
And the thing is, it's very easy to do.
Yeah, I mean, when we look at the stories of a lot of successful people, when we watch podcasts about them, we hear about the come up. We hear about
the
those
grind.
Times, like David Goggins when he was fat. Andrew Tate when he was fighting on the streets with messed up teeth with his brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, we think about the times where it was really like isolated, depressed by themselves, because that's the time that really made them who they are. That's the reason why they appreciate what they have. You know what I'm saying? If they got rich at 19, there's a lot of, those trust fund babies that get rich at 19 and live their life and end up on drugs by the time they're 40. It's those times of darkness, times of pain, where you question yourself, where it seems impossible, that really makes you who you really are. So that's the most realistic thing.
I apologize, y'all. I apologize.
Bro. That just threw me off.
But I see what you're saying, though. It's like a lot of that kind of like mud that they have to go through. It makes them who they are. It makes them like it gives them the story that makes us like, okay, we're inspired by that.
Yeah,
we see LeBron, we see Kobe, we see Wade, we see people like who have to struggle before they achieve what they achieve.
But that could be a problem as well too. I feel like with some men as well, they get too obsessed of getting it from the mud to the point where to feel like they get so trumped, like, dang, I always gotta find a hard way. No, bro, you're not in the mud anymore. Like, it's okay to relax a little. It's okay to enjoy the fruits of your labor. It's okay to be at peace and not being stern all the time. But when you get so obsessed with the grind culture, when you get so obsessed with the grind, I gotta get it from the mud, I gotta be the huncho. It's like it becomes toxic.
That's a trap in and of itself.
Yeah.
Because when you finally make it and you acting like you're from the mud,
bro, you're not in the.
You're not in the
Nah,
you
don't have to do that.
You said you're from the trenches, but you had a 2-story crib. Like, what are you saying?
Or even if you were from the trenches, you're not in the trenches anymore.
But do you think you like do you need to be like from the mud?
No.
You don't.
Your
Definitely
story
don't.
is
History
your
has
story.
proven it
Like
too.
your
Definitely
story is your story. You shouldn't.
But there comes that humility that you need.
But the thing is, humility is not only a lack of finances as well too. It can be a lack of a lot of things, lack of emotional awareness, lack of mental awareness. That's a form of humility as well too. If you're not able to interact with others, if you're not able to understand other people's emotions or understand yourself, that can make you not having humility as well. So it's not just you having less money than everybody on the block or everybody in the country or everybody in the village in that case. You know?
And another thing, I just feel like all men will have a wake up call. They will have a wake up call. I know they won't. What you call it? They're not gonna. They may not be from the trenches or nothing like that. They have like a thing that motivates them to do what they're gonna do. But I feel like at some point in life, a man is gonna realize they're gonna have a wake up call and it'll be like everything's gonna start clicking. Like they need to do what they need to do, like to be, you know, to be successful and whatnot. It's like one day I can realize and be like, dang, I gotta find a way to turn my life around. That's just that moment where you realize, okay, I need to do this. I need to set a list, and that's where the guy or the person, anybody, will usually go and just start with a vision board and align yourself and start what you want to do. I just feel like everybody has like, a guy will have a wake up call. You just have a wake up call so they can do everything that they need to do. Usually, bro.
Sure, for sure.
That's what I think, bro.
I heard this, like you talk about the wake up call, but also it's like you can't determine what you can't really like get mad at what your purpose or what your wake up call is.
No.
I heard this quote from the Roommates podcast from Hafiz. He said, I don't know if it's his quote, but he said, if it's something along the lines of, if God wanted you to become a farmer, don't stoop as low to become a king.
That's very powerful.
That's deep.
Because it's like
It's not your purpose.
we look at the Kobe's, we look at the ultra millionaire type of person. We say, you know what? I'm not successful unless I reach that.
That's just not your path.
But that's not only the
didn't you
definition of success.
That's not the only definition.
Definition.
But if I'm only focused on that type of path, on that type of success, I can't appreciate what other type of success are, or how I can be successful.
Success is extremely relative to who you are. It's extremely individualistic. Like if I have a farm and have 2 cows and I have a nice house and I'm at peace,
you're winning more than some
you're winning.
trillionaires in this world.
Exactly. And if you look at the life of some of these billionaires,
They don't sleep.
It don't sleep. It's 24 hours around the clock. Their
No
social
privacy.
life is at zero. Wife doesn't really like them like that. Kids are not in their lives.
And it
like,
doesn't mean that they're happy either.
and it doesn't mean that they're happy. It's just their type of life. Like success is individual.
But how do we achieve that humble success with being somebody that other people can look at as, okay, you actually are successful.
Your journey.
I feel like that's up to you.
It's the finding what type of success you want.
That too, and it depends on your journey. For example, of a farmer, if you seen little farmer boy in the fields helping out his mom and pa every single time, that's the term most farmers if they use. But you're helping that mom and pa, right? He's doing his thing. He's being honorable. He's going to everybody in the country town, respecting the old lady at the old grocery or whatever, respecting the old man raking his leaves or whatever. And he finally gets enough. He saves up. He works multiple little jobs. Got his own farm now. You're gonna respect that farmer because it's his journey.
You see the grind.
Even if you yourself don't want to become a farmer,
Yeah.
but you want the drive to achieve what you want, just like that little boy did.
Yeah. I feel like your cap of success, I feel has a lot to do with like your starting point. Like for a farmer, if he says, all right, my parents own this little farm, my goal is to own multiple farms. And that's my goal of success. It isn't to be a CEO of a company. No, 5 farms, multiple business people working for me. That's my goal for success. Or you might have a little trust fund baby who might be like, all right, my goal is to maybe dish out the businesses and make it a little more diverse. Like that's what I would deem successful in life. So it's just relative to your starting point too. You know?
I just feel like everybody has their own time where they want to settle down, or where they think that it's okay I can relax, because people think that, or sometimes they try to be like this guy, they try to be like this guy. There's no trying to be like this guy. It's what you want to do. It's how you want to live life, and how you want to scope out your route. No, well, it's how you want to scope out what you call it, your path and stuff like that. Some people just like talking about, oh, damn, one day I wish I could drop 40,000 points in 20 seasons, like King James did. You can't do that, bro. And what if your purpose is to, to what you call it? I don't know, bro. Like own it.
Just grab that rebound, bro. Grab that rebound.
Wait, perfect. Because Scottie Pippen versus MJ. Yeah. Did you guys see the documentary?
Oh, you seen the Last Dance?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's like, okay, if you want to be the leader, if you want to achieve MJ's success, or are you okay with being that number 2?
Guess what? You still get money.
You still get money. You still succeed. But it's like
it goes back to the glory, bro.
Back to the glory. That's the end of the day. It's glory. That's the feat of
man. Yeah, bro. Literally, bro.
It's tough for us guys because it's like, yo, we want the success and we achieve it we define the success by what we're able to see. Mm-hmm. But if I don't see the second man, if I don't see the number 2 and look at him as a success, mm-hmm. how would I ever choose to make sure, okay, I'm not going to get too big-headed. I'm not going to seek the glory. I'm going to seek the success. Like, do we have to celebrate the the second man as well?
I feel like you have to celebrate the people that help you along your journey to begin with. That's why that will allow you to never get big-headed.
Success, whatever it is, it's just, you have to have a sense of contentment with yourself. Like, you have to have that, I did good for me. Like, this is everything that I wanted. Mm-hmm. And even though I may not have achieved this or that, I'm content with my life. Like Scottie Pippen, he got kids, and he don't got a wife no more. It's tough. Stop it. MJ's son took wife in it. MJ's son took that. Yeah. But you have homes, you have a family, you have kids. Or I think his kid was in the NBA or just you made it, bro, from where you came from. Like, you don't have to still be carrying this ego of.
It goes back to your analogy. Just because you have all the M's you can possibly want, that doesn't mean you gotta smile behind those closed doors.
Because guess what? That little boy is probably still inside him, wishing he was number 1. So it's just contentment, man. You have to be content. And don't let your ego kill you as a man, because it will lead you down a path.
It's very easy to let your ego kill you as a man. Kill you.
Like, even for us, we all want to be successful, but our success looks different. Like, Kenny knows his success.
I know his success.
You know what I'm saying?
But I also gotta be okay as well too of changing that definition of success as well too. Yeah. That's the hard part, is not being stubborn in my idea of success. Because it's hard.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I struggle with that.
Really? I feel like 99% popular. I feel like 90% population.
It's normal though.
Yeah. It's normal. Like, when you in it's like, yo, I'm trying to do my best, but it's not working. I'm trying to do my best right now. So I know for me, I'm such a perfectionist. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm trying my best. Forget it. Forget the whole podcast.
Burn it all to the ground. Start from scratch all over again.
And who knows, if you would have tried for 3 more days, that video would have hit 10,000 views.
I mean,
but where are you gonna get the energy from to continue for 3 more days?
It's just that little thing in you.
But that's
in all the stories you've heard somebody hit that wall of where it wasn't working
multiple times,
but they still.
Yeah.
And that's when they.
In every story, hero's journey, there's always that wall that they gotta hit.
They always run into something, bro.
It's like that big wall where it seems impossible. Where everybody looking at them like, bro, what is you doing? And they still believe in themselves. And bang.
And every time they run into that wall, they have just a sense of giving up.
Yeah.
They always just want to stop. I'm like,
down bad.
F this, bro.
And sometimes they restart. Sometimes they say F it and go back to it. And boom, they make it out.
And on top of that as well too, this is something that I realized. No one cares about your story until you make it, bro.
Really?
So then you're just making excuses for yourself.
Exactly.
But once you make it, oh my gosh, look at his story. I want to be just like him.
Hold on, because that's the humility part. Because sometimes we think, okay, nobody cares about our story. But what about the number 2 man? The number 2 people? What about the people who support us? Even when we don't see it. Even when we don't recognize the lights, the cameras, the action, all the kind of stuff.
When I meant no one, I don't mean
sometimes we do have those family or stuff like that.
100%. But when I mean by no one, I mean the masses.
Do we need the masses?
You don't need the masses, but in the back of your head, you want some form of acknowledgement. Subconsciously. You don't realize it yet, though.
But like we said, is that the glory that we want, that we chase?
It's a part of it.
It's
always a part of it.
So is it good to chase the glory?
I feel like everything in moderation is okay. I think you have to have a sense of looking forward to I can't wait 10 years down the line when I could talk and people respect me when I'm on patios and giving podcasts or giving speeches, and I finally receive that satisfaction for everything that I work towards. But also, it's not having that same mentality, being like, all right, F you to everybody else.
No.
Forget you, this,
sure.
this, and that. Like, no, it's a certain balance.
Because you bleed the same blood as I do, my friend. Your blood is red just as mine.
You're going to die the same way at the end of the day.
You get hit today by a car, all of that talk, you're not going to be able to speak no more.
Plus,
so like,
I you know what I'm saying, I'm not as successful as these people, but I hear a lot of these stories, like, they look back and be like, dang, I really wish I would have took a different route. Like, I wasn't so head on my mission. I mean, I could have started a family or had a wife.
But the people be like, you can only say that because you already got rich already. But look at us that are broke. So
but
people love saying
it's just like both sides. Either way, everybody wants what they don't have at the end of the day.
Yeah,
you're rich, you want a family.
But I do feel like everybody should. Everybody should want some type of financial success only for one reason only. No matter what that goal is, some type of financial. How should I put it? Some type of financial foundation will help push everything else.
Absolutely.
I'm not talking to be greedy, but some type of healthy financial foundation will help push everything. Because money talks. Money make things move.
And it makes life a lot
you can have that idea all you want.
But again, it's like, okay,
still gotta pay the
do
cost.
you want that money for the glory? Or do you want it because it's actually part of the success?
No, I'm talking about like it's actually part of the success.
Wait, because we know a lot of dudes who will waste a whole bag just to look like they have some success. We know dudes who they'll empty out their whole savings when they barely got a resume together.
Crazy.
Just to get the rentals, just to get the B&Bs.
But at the end of the day,
whatsoever, like, come on, bro.
But at the end of the day, you know what's success to them boys is the glory. Nothing else.
Yeah. Some boys.
So they got their glory already.
The success to them is what it looks like.
What it looks like,
not what it is.
Until you're right next to success.
But let's be honest though, because the guys who chase that, they never really end up successful.
Yeah,
they don't, bro.
That thing, it can be easily taken from.
Oh, for sure.
This and third, but nothing.
When the rental guy went back, what do you mean?
The car get repossessed or whatsoever. It's like, how are we men good at defining success for ourselves?
Let's look at different examples. Let's look at music, right? What genre you think flashes financial success the most, but compared to the other genres, is not the same?
Hip hop.
Of course.
Specifically rap.
Yeah, hip hop.
You look at these rappers, it's like you have to promote this lifestyle, but compare a rapper to a rock star. Compare a rapper to a pop star.
It's not even
close.
Or like a Latin star, it's not even close.
Look at Taylor Swift.
Billion.
Justin Bieber. 16-year-old Justin Bieber was already in 100 M's already.
Well, that's... Yeah.
20-year-old rappers act like they bought the whole road with 5 M's. Or 2.
It's all off of hip hop.
All of the managers' prop money or whatever. So it's like the loudest in the room is not always the best in the room.
Exactly. It's the most quietest. The one that has the least respect.
I'm sorry.
But you can have a balance of... You can have a balance.
Yeah.
But...
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, you notice, like Jay-Z, for example, as he got richer, he started wearing less and less jewelry.
Because, I mean, you
already
know who he is.
You know who he is.
You know what he got, you know who he is.
Exactly.
True.
If you still wear those things just because you like them yourself, that's different. But if you wear them to get other people's approval, that's why I feel like it's a problem. Because what's the point?
Because you reach that level of contentment where
exactly.
Did y'all see that the thing that Anthony Edwards said?
Wait,
what thing?
No, he was wearing like there was a interview he was watching.
The fake jewelry.
With a fake jewelry.
Yeah.
The thing
Ocho's chat over to single was somewhere for a minute.
Yeah, but Ocho, Ocho, I ain't gonna lie, I love Ocho, bro.
I love Ocho, bro. He really that.
He keep it 100, bro.
Nah, he be saying some foul stuff.
He from Liberty City, huh?
Hey, he from the block.
He from there. Yo, I like this discussion, bro. We talking as dudes. We talking like real stuff that we actually.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like this conversation will change our lives.
Absolutely.
Or like set the tone for a lot of the stuff that we doing.
Yeah, because we all 4 of us, we on the road right now. We trying to make it, man.
Absolutely. Yo, what I told you about Vlad versus the boys. Let's go to one quick commercial real quick and we get right back to this discussion. What happens when you mix manhood with accountability? You get Vlad versus the boys.
It's not good to have a bunch of
yes men around you. You can't move the same way when you're single, when you're in a relationship. You just can't do it.
Now, we might talk reckless a little bit, just a little bit. It's cake and it's icing. Not that type of cake.
Dog picked up with one hand, threw up in the air. I said no.
That's the common sense kicking in. What you mean?
This is Vlad versus Boys, only on the Echo of Vlad Podcast. These are my boys. These are my partners, my ride or dies. If I'm getting in trouble, they down with me.
What? Hold on. No,
you
money about
If I say anything crazy on the internet, they with me as well. You feel me?
You got that.
If I get canceled, they with me as well.
The words of Vlad are the words of Vlad.
No cap.
We're back. And I remember a couple years ago, I heard this quote by Will Smith, right? He said it in like...
I mean, he's sometimes before the he still was dropping some facts. Sometimes,
not a couple years ago, a good few years ago. This is before the entanglement.
Oh, okay.
Before all that.
Okay.
He said this quote, and I put that quote together with an idea that I had. It's like he said, "Rome wasn't built in a day," but then what I added to it was like, "Rome wasn't built in a day, but a day didn't go by where a brick was laid."
Absolutely.
And for me, I struggle with that contentment. I struggle with defining success where I actually want to be. But for me, I find it sometimes find it good to have the mindset where, okay, day by day, I'm laying this brick as perfectly as possible. I'm putting this brick day by day. So after a few hundred days, I actually got my Rome. And that's even me with this podcast, because sometimes I'm like, yo, this thing ain't banging. This thing ain't doing it. I'm not doing enough, and I'm doing literally everything I can. Which I'm listening.
Yeah, that's just facts. I mean, because especially now, we live in a social media age. All we see is just the completion all the time in our faces. We're seeing everybody with the watches, everybody with the cars, everybody with the houses. So it's just, no matter what we say, we're going to compare ourselves to that. You know, we see people younger than us making it. So it's just like, man, we have to be content with laying that brick, that foundation every single day, because it only gets taller and taller and taller. It gets more respect, more acknowledgement. Like, if you would have talked to high school Vlad and told him you would have been doing this, had all these cameras set up, let them like, yo, what did you? I would have done that. Like,
yeah,
I mean, I want to, but you would have been like, man, I would be so happy if I were to do that. Like, that would bring me so much joy. But now you're just like, oh, I gotta look at the future in the future. But it's like, yo, be content with right now. Like, this is gonna lead to something that is gonna be of your wildest dreams, but it's just contentment and appreciating, like, yo, today you laid a big stepping stone, and it's only gonna get more bigger and bigger and bigger.
But to play devil's advocate, the fear of contentment, people are afraid you're going to have that lack of drive, or you're going to start losing some type of drive, you know? So it's like you want to be content in terms of I'm making progress day by day, but don't be content saying, okay, if this was to end today, I'll be satisfied.
Yeah.
Because the hell you want.
Yeah, you're trying to get more. Yeah, for sure.
No, I agree.
And another thing, bro. This is very important, bro. This is very important. What I was gonna say. Give yourself credit.
Absolutely. I don't.
Give yourself credit. Because a lot of people don't.
There's a lot of keyboard warriors in their mama basement. That
They don't, bro.
Yeah.
There's people, not to throw shade in anybody, but there's people like Kenny said. There's people who are 40s and 30s, bro, that they're playing Fortnite on their little keyboard. But the fact that you get up every day, you tell us, y'all boys, we got a podcast. Let's get ready. Let's do this, bro. Not a lot of people are doing that. So that right there is a brick that you're laying down.
have a willingness to do it too.
I have a will to do it,
A lot
bro.
of like putting yourself out there, getting a lot of no's. A lot of like, we gotta reshoot. A lot of this and that.
Editing.
A lot of people canceling last second, had to reschedule.
Exactly.
And it could be
like
a
that.
lot. It could be very
I'm
mentally.
about to cry.
It could be very
Sure.
mentally draining because
I
it's
know,
like,
bro.
this is my passion and my dream, but it's like, oh, I keep getting stepped back. But it's like, yo,
Even if someone claimed they had a better vision, but how long can they sustain the first step or the first couple of steps? But you've been able to sustain
yeah, because that first
your
step is-
vision and grow that vision.
It's long.
Everyone like, oh, I got a bad idea. I got a bad idea. Do it. No, I don't have time. Shut the.
Literally, bro. So
Exactly.
just give yourself credit, because all this right here, bro, that's your brick.
That is. This
This
is your brick,
bro.
One
All
by
this,
one by
all,
one
all
by
this is
one.
your brick, bro. So literally, be content with that, laying down your bricks. But don't be content with, damn, all right. Once I get a few dollars from YouTube, all that, that's it, bro.
It's about just evolving and evolving and evolving.
Listen,
It's
bro.
literally step by step
Exactly.
by step by step, and everything else is gonna come with it. All
telling
the
you, bro.
acknowledgement, all the glory that you want, the whip. You feel me? You gonna buy a Tesla or something? You know,
Dude.
Yeah, no.
That's the only thing that turns me off. I don't think
I
that turns me
retired
off.
the Tesla. I retired the Tesla. It's about the Taycan. It's all about the Taycan. What's up with you?
Just come say something
Come back
worse.
to gasoline hood. Come back to gasoline hood.
I'll probably make no noises.
I need
crazy,
you
so.
to join the V8 and the V10 side for
I'm
me.
okay with him getting a Taycan over a Tesla though.
I need him to get a V8
I
at
need a
least.
V8.
At least V8. I need your engine to roar,
Y'all
not
wanna hear
purr.
from the-
Little M550, bro.
If I hear that little electric scat pack though, I'm gonna pass out.
The artificial noise.
Yeah.
Battery not even fully charged.
I'll never forgive y'all when y'all said the car gonna be in mid traffic, gotta do a software update.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that was,
I'll never forgive y'all.
I forgot who said it.
I know
Imagine-
it.
imagine
I know.
your
I know.
Dom
Somebody
Petty-
said that.
Imagine your Dom Petty, she unplug your car.
No.
Yo, bro.
I'd be hot.
Nah, it'd be hot for real, bro.
Bro.
But literally,
Kid.
this is all your break, bro.
I'm not gonna lie to you. You know what? I struggle with that, but I also struggle with regret. Because I remember 2020 when I first had the idea for the whole podcast, right? I've like wrote down like 100 ideas, 100 episode ideas whatsoever, right? I didn't put it out there, or I didn't put my steps out there because I was afraid of what people would think. I was afraid of getting criticism, afraid
That's
of
the
people
that's
saying-
the that's the first mistake.
Exactly. And I waited literally 2 years. Each week I was like, you know what, I'm gonna wait till I'm not scared of regret. I'm not scared of rejection. I'm not scared of criticism whatsoever. And that added up to like 2022 when I finally actually started this.
I mean, but
Go ahead, Fred. Go
that
ahead.
is regret.
And I struggle with like, okay, dang.
But I could say honestly, I feel like you needed those 2 years in order to finally give you that push. Because if you would have instantly done it around that time, it was
Who knows?
COVID, this and that, you probably would have lost that passion. You know what I'm saying?
But part of me looks at it as like, okay, if I started when I really had the idea, where would I be now?
That's the part that's.
Like, I ain't gonna like this.
But that's the part that's pointless
Yeah.
Like-
because that's gonna cause unnecessary stress.
stress and like, yo, I'll be mad. Like, I look at some podcasts like, yo, when did they start it? Well, they started 2020. Or they started 2019. I'm like, yo, if I started right there,
Where would I be?
where would I be right
But
now?
it's like, hey, you gotta be content.
That's
Bro.
you. That's you looking at other people's success. That's
Yeah.
another thing. Don't.
Comparison is the thief of
Just
joy.
don't.
I know it's simple,
Don't.
but it's
Don't.
cliche,
Just
but it's
don't,
literally
bro.
like...
Regret is only good for one thing, to remind you of what you never want to repeat ever again.
So,
But you can never
motivation.
get that time back. But the time you have now, don't repeat those mistakes you did in the past. So you can never have to live in that sorrow ever again. But don't have the mentality, I wish I can go back. Because that's the part that's pointless. Because you can't get that
look in
back.
the past and the grass in terms of a full year, but you have to look at the future in terms of day to day. You know what I'm saying? And day to day, you're
Yeah.
making that work and that effort to
You
do what
are.
you want to do, man. 2020's gone, bro.
And in terms of caring what
I'm
people
coming,
think,
bro.
man, when you was swiping that card to cop these cameras, were they putting any bread in? Hell no, you
It's
wasn't.
not they bread, so.
When you was copping the labby to do the edits, was they putting any bread in? Hell no, they wasn't.
My
When you was
computer
up,
just blew up.
when it was up late night, they were snoring, snot coming out their nose while you was putting in that work.
I was snoring
Nah,
myself, so.
So,
exactly.
While Vlad was in.
When it was waking up in the morning with cuss in their eyes, you was already on the road getting to the next
Yeah, 'cause,
thing.
he was in the gym early once a day.
Exactly, bro.
It was 5 $5.
Y'all love y'all boys, dog. This is
Facts,
fine,
bro.
bro.
No, this
but
is
listen,
important.
just never look at other people because everything happens for a reason, bro.
Man, be content with your success because success is relative. If your success is driving buses, man, if you don't screw that bus and cut up, drive that bus. You know what I'm saying?
Driving the bus is crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, some of the bus drivers, they be the happiest people.
Happiest
No.
people
I
on
know,
the
like,
Bruh.
some people like this is where we gotta check ourselves as guys. It's like some of the people who we may look down upon, or we may look at us like, yo, this man, he doing
happiest, bro.
He
No.
look like
They
he
can
the
be the chillest person in
most
life, bro.
Happiest?
peaceful, content,
But honestly,
joyous person
that's
in
one of the
life.
most honorable jobs you can have is like being that bus driver because you're in charge. You're protecting the next generation. They're in your hands. So that father's talking down on that man. When your kids going to school and they gotta catch the bus, you pretty much are trusting that man with your kid's life during that short amount of time on the way back to
And
you.
he's literally watching your kid grow up and watching. Imagine a bus driver, you having people all around the world in one place, all trying to go to their destination.
And you're the carrier of that.
Imagine being a
You
teacher.
should respect that man. A teacher.
Imagine
so-
being a teacher.
blow my brains
Like,
out.
let's be honest, some
Been
people,
as a-
their lives have been changed.
I've been a
But-
teacher, been
Yeah,
here,
I
done
remember
that. It's
significant,
tough.
like 2 significant teachers in my life that I still remember to this day, always. And you know, they're not making as much money as I desire to make in my life, but I always appreciate them for what they did because they changed my life.
Like, for example, my OG, she loves being around the kids. She's a teacher. I'm pretty sure you guys know that. But she turned down the principal position like countless amount of times because she said that she won't be around the kids as much being a principal if she were a teacher. Because she likes being around the teacher. She likes to change the lives of the students. And the students love her, bro. So I'm just like, you know, no matter what job it is, you know, you waking up every day, that motivation is to change a kid's life. That could be your motivation. Every job that you have just has your
That's worth
motivation.
more than
Yeah,
money.
so
That's
that's
worth
money
more.
is-
That's worth
That's
more
literally,
than
bro.
money.
So you don't need that extra salary, bro. If your happiness is changing those kids' lives every single day,
You're the richest. You're the richest person.
The richest
That's it,
person.
bro. That's all you need,
to
bro.
you. You are.
And that's the part that you should be content with, not the part that damn I should have done this, I should have done that.
Yeah.
Only use that regret to remind yourself of what you don't want to repeat and push yourself every day till now. But don't have the regret. I wish I can go back, because that's when it gets pointless. Because that's when you start disrespecting yourself. When you said you wish you can go back, because now you're throwing dirt on all the efforts you're doing right now.
And sometimes you need that zone of discomfort, this point of, man, I think I should be, or not feeling content. Like, you need that little period of time because it's only going to fuel you and motivate you when you're starting to do what you do.
Bro,
So
loss
maybe it was
is not easy, my
Yeah,
friend.
so maybe it was meant for you to have those 2 years with that pain inside of you, knowing that you're not doing something. Cause
Oh, I was mad.
you was mad at
Because
yourself.
I was working at the gym,
Yeah,
getting cursed out every day. I was like, yo, I'm supposed to be doing
I'm
podcasts.
supposed to be doing podcast. I'm supposed to be doing this, and that. You know, but now look at you now. You're actually doing it.
Bro.
I feel that 1,000,000%, bro.
Kenny been in the game.
Kenny been in the game since for
Really,
long as I can remember.
You need
dog.
to sit down with Kenny one day and just go over his life.
I
bro.
never fully went with my life with everyone. But people, if I told people like, "Dang, you went through," bro, I've been
You've been through the
on
ups and
entrepreneurship game for a minute.
So
I've had the highs, I've had the lows, had the reality checks. Yeah,
Shit, bro.
but I don't regret any of it. Nah, I
Should
don't.
a person shouldn't regret their life? Because
No,
afraid
I'm not
of,
gonna
like,
say no. You can't say you shouldn't,
Nah, I
because you have the right to feel that way.
Everybody should have regrets.
Especially
I got
if you've
regrets.
been through that specific. I have no right to say you shouldn't regret. Because I can't tell you that emotion, but I will tell you that it's not wise to regret because it's pointless in certain respects. It's only good to remind yourself of what you never want to repeat, or, you know, like what you never want to put yourself through again. But if you say you want to go back, that's the problem, because you're chasing something that's impossible. That will make you go
And it's
crazy.
mentally putting you in the past and setting your mindset back. You know, you have to be content with them. The past is gone. I'm mad about it, but hey, man, tomorrow's a new day.
And that's why you work on those new habits so you don't repeat those past mistakes.
And you have to be content. Hey, you may start some new habits and do some new things, and it don't work out. So you got to change up the whole plan. Like
Till it
entrepreneurship,
works.
whether it's entrepreneurship or whether it's working up in a career, like your
Yeah.
path to it is very difficult. Like, you know, y'all boys more on like the entrepreneur side. I'm more so on like.
Okay,
on
we
the school.
clocking in too, hood. What you
I mean, we clocking in
We
too, but like
clocking
we want to gain like assets,
Oh,
and gain
100%,
revenue,
bro,
and
like-
things like that. I want to do that kind of in a different revenue. So me, like I have to be content with like, yo, y'all boys gonna do this, and that. But I'm be a lot more content with the fact that hey, I'm going to school, I'm doing this, and that. I'm being in school for a very long time. You know what I'm saying? So it's just that type of contentment, but also living in now and understanding like, yo, I'm laying the brick every single day. You know?
Alright,
Exactly, bro.
It's kind of
Damn, that's deep, bro.
Yo,
deep, bro.
I gotta take a break.
gotta lay a brick, man.
Man, y'all
In
boys.
10 years, bro, when Kenny got his inventive store, and you know, Timo got 10 scat packs,
Scapex is crazy,
and
though.
you know what I'm saying, he got like 10 productions. You
And,
feel me?
and Fred got like 100 acres.
I'm gonna have acres on me.
You got see. I'm
Fred
not
gonna
ready
own
for the
neighborhoods,
acres.
huh?
That's the problem. That's what I'm telling you.
What you mean?
Go to the high rise for like a little bit for a good 2 years or so, and then get you the acres, bro. I'm telling you, bro. That's the plan.
Dog, nobody's trying to be high rise, dude. Y'all boys got that. Look at this guy's dress, dude. Nobody's trying to do all that, bro. Nobody's trying to do high
I
rise.
listen
like
to this.
at least.
I'll
That's
at least,
it.
at least a
At
year,
least.
bro. A year or two,
That's
bro.
it,
I'm
but
not
like,
doing that,
yo,
bro.
when I tell you, crib is just everything.
I want to be able to sit on my porch, hood. Just not over the balcony and have to go down 50 floors just to go back to the car hood. I don't want to go through all that.
That's dead, bro. There's no need for all that. Bro.
Then you get so, oh, but you have your car coming up to you. Okay, what happens if the car elevator breaks down? Now my whip's stuck in mid-high rise.
You're always thinking about the worst.
Hey, imagine your whip stuck mid-high rise for real.
Hold on, what do you gotta go up for?
Okay, no, cause they got
some
like the Porsche tower. Let me stop.
I know the Porsche tower, the Sunny House.
Yeah, right, Sunny House.
Yeah,
they have car elevators.
Car elevators literally goes inside your crib.
Yeah.
But why do I need the car in the crib?
Because some people want to sit in their car as they go
And
down.
they just want to admire.
They
Just want to admire the investment.
They about the rich. They gonna be rich.
Listen, when you got bread, nothing makes sense. No more. You're just gonna do what it do, bro.
You're just gonna be doing random stuff.
You're just gonna be doing random stuff, bro. You can have a llama in your crib, so.
Bro, like I saw someone that I know, they copped the old school Chevy Cobra just to park it in their man cave.
That's criminal.
They don't drive it. They said it's good as an art piece.
That's too much money. That's so much money.
Listen, if that's your definition of success, bro.
That's your definition.
So yeah, bro.
Success is relative.
And who am I to discriminate what you got going on?
I can't buy that.
Yeah, I can't buy no Cobra, bro. Listen, dog. Eventually in the future, I
Even
want
if
a
you
man
can
cave,
do
bro.
that, is don't tear down the next man because he can't do it.
Exactly.
That's all it is, bro.
Well, boys, I'm surprised you with this episode.
Listen,
Yeah,
man.
very humble, man. We ain't talking about diamonds.
Everybody got gems.
Not this
man.
time.
Everybody got gems, bro.
That's true.
Hey man, look, tell me where you can find me out.
Nowhere.
Yo, friends stay anonymous, dog. For no reason.
Go ahead.
Tell me where you at.
My number is cap. I'm just. You can find me on IG at Tim B Vibing, bro.
Okay,
You can find me, bro.
Okay, slide up life of _
Pablo
Pablo
G.
G.
One and only.
Yeah.
And y'all know where to find me everywhere. Echo of Vlad _ Don't forget that _ whatsoever. I wish you guys all the best. Let's redefine success for 2024. I wish you all the best. With the rest, God bless.